Welcome to day 35 of my healing journey. A lot has happened over the past, I reckon it's been a week since I last checked. So yeah, I've had to deal with a lot of things. Yesterday I finally gave my ex her belongings back. And it makes me sad. Because that will be probably the last time I see her. Last time I speak to her. It makes me sad because I miss her and I value her a lot. And despite all the pain that she has caused me and the continued lack of contact, the continued hurt that she keeps putting upon me, like despite feeling all of that pain, I still care for her. And I don't understand why, because she has caused me lots and lots and lots of pain, and she is continuing to do so with her actions. Because as I found out yesterday, okay, well, maybe I should give a little bit more context. So, she and I have barely spoken, and she has been avoiding the questions that I have. And while I understand that she has no obligation to do so, it has been significantly hurting me. And it hurts me every single time I hear from her. Or it hurts me every single day. Because I have so many unanswered questions, and she knows how much I struggle when I have questions unanswered. She is well aware of the struggles that I have when it comes to understanding, motives and understanding, like reasoning behind certain behaviors. And it hurts because she was supposed to care about me. I was supposed to be important to her, and she wouldn't, I guess, give me what I needed. I was giving her everything that she needed. I was giving her the space that she requested. I was giving her time. But she was refusing to give that back to me. And that has been incredibly painful, incredibly hurtful. It makes me angry. And now I find out that she does not want anything to do with me in the future, at least for the foreseeable future. Because because apparently being friends with your ex is icky, according to her. And I fundamentally disagree, because we didn't have any, there wasn't any sort of, issue between us. Like we didn't break up due to, hating each other or whatever. It was because we're not good for each other. And it hurts me that she now doesn't believe that we should ever talk again. Purely because supposedly being friends with your ex is not okay anymore. And I fundamentally disagree. I feel like if you can be friends with your ex, it is more of a statement of who you two are as people, and more of a statement of the love and care that you have for each other despite not being together, you know? Like, I have no issues with being friends with your ex. Unless it's under certain circumstances, like the ex was abusive or the ex is just trying to get into your pants or something like that. I don't know. I'm just of the opinion that exes don't have to be nothing to you. But she has hurt me time and time again. And now I find out that within a month of us breaking up, she is already dating other people. And that is hurtful. And it's not just dating, it's being sexually active with those dates. That is very hurtful. Very hurtful. And it makes me angry. And it makes me want to yell and scream. And it makes me want to hurt her in many ways. Because I feel used. I feel like I didn't mean anything to her. I feel like the bond that we had meant nothing. And that has been very hurtful. Because I thought I meant something. I thought I was valuable to her. And within a month, she has already moved on. She says it's casual dating, but I don't know. But even then, she knows how I feel about that. She knows that I fundamentally disagree with the principles of what casual dating is, because it's just a hookup fest and it doesn't do good for anyone emotionally. And it is just manipulative, and it treats people as if they are nothing but kind of like cattle. And I guess hooking up with people is such a disgusting thing to me. And it just feels I don't know. I don't understand why. I don't understand why she is getting into that. Because she knows, you know, the meaning behind that for me. And it just feels like such a disrespectful way. Like it feels very disrespectful to what we were, to what I mean to her, to what she means to me. And it just feels I don't know how to describe it. It makes me feel yucky. It makes me feel like I'm not worth anything to her, and that is incredibly upsetting. Because I thought I meant something. I thought I you know, meant something. I thought I was valuable to her. But but now that I know that she has been casually dating, well, she said that she's only been on one, and it was through a friend. But I don't know how much I trust her on that, because that is incredibly, incredibly hurtful. Because me, I haven't even thought about it. Like, I've thought about the idea of getting back into dating, and I don't like it. It doesn't sit right with me. It goes against all of my values and my morals. And I feel like that is very possibly the worst thing for either of us to be doing right now. I don't know, I just feel like she doesn't care. That she doesn't value our relationship as much as I did. And that is incredibly hurtful and painful, and it makes me very sad, and having such big emotions around this, it's very difficult. And I've had so many things going on recently, and I guess adding that on top has just hurt me so much, and my brain doesn't know what to do with all that information. It doesn't know how to cope. I just feel completely undervalued. And it hurts me because she matters to me so fucking much, and she knows this, and she knows how much she means to me. So combine the lack of communication and the lack of, I guess, care that she's had for me and what I needed, because once again I was giving her everything that she needed, and when I asked for something in return to help me process, to help me understand, I wasn't getting that. So combine that and the fact that she's happily going out on casual dates. Like that's hurtful. That hurts me. It makes me feel so isolated, so alone, so just makes me feel like I'm completely underappreciated and undervalued. People have asked me if I think I deserve better, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, she means so much to me, and I'm trying my hardest to be understanding. And I'm trying my hardest to deal with all the things that are going on in my life, because this is not the only thing going on in my life. And I'm trying to be... I don't know how to describe it. It just hurts me so much. And I don't know what to do with all these emotions, because I value what we had. And I value everything that she brought into my life, and I value the lessons that she has taught me. And it just hurts me to no end that I do not mean anything to her, basically. That, well, maybe I don't mean nothing, but like it feels like I don't matter, that I'm not valued by her. I guess she's trying to move on with her life. So am I. But, you know, we made promises to each other. And I don't make promises that I don't keep. And if I can't keep them, I, without a doubt, talk to the person that I cannot meet those expectations for. I explain to them, and it hurts me so much that she knows this. She is very, very well aware of, she's very, very, very well aware of how I take promises, because I take things very literally. I without a doubt have kept every single promise in my life that I can, and when I couldn't, I was always open and honest about it. I don't know, because like a promise to me is like a contract. It's like a legally binding contract where you have to do it if you promise. And I know that sounds like childish, but to me, making promises and keeping those promises is kind of like the ultimate form of trust, and it means so much to me, because that is what I value. I value trust. I value honesty. It just feels like she doesn't value that thing. It feels like she doesn't value my trust, my thoughts, my emotions. And yet I still have so much love and care for her. Why? Why do I allow myself to be hurt like this over and over and over again? Why do I love so deeply and care so much about all these things that seem childish to most people? Like, why? I don't understand why I take this so seriously. I don't understand why I can't, I guess, let go of these emotions and let go of my thoughts and my feelings towards this and just move on. I don't understand why I can't. And it is making my understanding of life and people, is making all of that feel like such a huge waste of time, and it makes me feel as if I don't like hold any value. And then dealing with these feelings of, you know, isolation, where only one person has been like so incredibly supportive, and one person has been so open with me and has been, I guess understanding. And I just don't know what to really do, because, you know, having such little support has been demoralizing. It has been hurtful. It's been painful. And I haven't known what to do with it. What to do with all these emotions, all these feelings. And I just feel like I am, I guess, doomed to just repeat. I guess doomed to repeat the same mistakes over and over and over again. Despite how much it hurts. Despite how I guess, despite the emotional turmoil that it brings me and the pain that I feel every single time I deal with this, you know? Because I deal with so much, and I feel so intensely, and I feel a lot of stress and anger, and all these emotions are so strong, so deep, so hurtful, so intense, and I don't really know what to do anymore, because like my emotions are very overwhelming, very strong, and it is a blessing and a curse, because I can understand my emotions, and I can understand the feelings that I have, but I struggle to understand why most of the time. So I don't really know what to do with all that information. And, you know, there's a part of me that is wondering about who or what I am, questioning my value as a person. And yeah, I don't see, people keep pointing out to me that I don't seem to understand my own worth, and I think they're right, honestly, because I don't know, I just seem to keep disrespecting, I just seem to keep disrespecting my needs. I guess never really I don't know, never really I guess allowing myself to feel the way I feel. And I'm questioning like why I'm letting myself get hung up and why I can't just move on, let go. It's in my nature to question, and it frustrates me, and it makes it very difficult for me to I guess move on with these sorts of emotions and feelings, because I don't have answers, and not having answers has been very stressful for me, because like I don't understand, and when I don't understand, I get frustrated and I get annoyed, and it makes my journey of moving on, of caring for people, for understanding myself, it makes it very difficult, because it's kind of like a core need. Like, everyone has their core needs. Like, they need food, they need water, they need rest, they need emotional support, they need, you know, trust in they need all these sorts of things. And on my list of needs, list of core needs, that is very difficult for me to live without, is understanding and knowledge of things that I deem important. And I deem like all these things important to me. And not having knowledge of why I'm being treated the way I am, and not having knowledge of like what's going on, and not having, I guess, that closure is a very stressful and very emotional thing for me to deal with. It is difficult. I feel used, and I feel like I'm completely undervalued. And yet, I still care about her. And I don't understand why I care so much. Like, why? Why do I care so much? Why does this hurt me so? And on top of all of this, like, work is getting more stressful. Life just seems to be never ending. I'm supposed to be buying a house soon. Well, I would like to be, because I need to be out of my house, my current one, by the end of the year. And then the soul crushing experience of trying to get that sorted is so real and so raw. Like, I don't really know what to do with all the emotions surrounding that. And I found that that I might be autistic, and people have been telling me this for quite a while. So I am strongly considering getting an assessment. It would help explain a whole lot. It would help explain why in my life I felt so isolated, so stuck. It would explain why I've always felt so different from other people. And it would explain why I've struggled so much with my emotions, and why I've always had like these big emotional outbursts. when things weren't going the way I wanted them to or expected them to. It would help explain a lot. So that's something I will be speaking to my therapist about, getting organized. But I have done some research and I'm aware how expensive it is to get those tests done. $2,000 in order to have an assessment. That is going to hurt a lot when I have to pay that. Especially when I'm trying to get housing. It would make so much more sense, and I wonder if it does turn out to be true that I have autism. Like, I wonder how my view of myself will change, and I wonder what my emotions will be around that, because I have pretty strong emotions about it now. It's very confronting, and it feels I don't know how else to describe it, but it would make so much sense if that was the case, you know. Being on this journey of kind of self-love, self-acceptance, it has been very difficult because I haven't really known what to do with all the emotions that I feel. So it's confronting, and you know, it feels hurtful, and yet doesn't really surprise me all that much. I don't know, I guess dealing with emotions surrounding that has been difficult too, and I haven't really known what to do about all the emotions, and like, I've spoken to some people I know, and they think it is a good idea, and even my ex thinks it's a good idea, and I'm unsure, I guess, what I will need emotionally, and not having kind of the understanding of what I might need makes me feel uneasy. So I'm not 100% sure what to do with all these emotions just yet. I just feel very defeated because I have so many emotions, so many thoughts, so many things going through my head, and I am struggling to reconcile all of them. Like this feeling of frustration and sadness and hatred towards my ex, yet still having so much care for her. Like, it just makes me so exhausted, because I wish I could stop caring, because it would help me so much if I didn't have to care anymore. And then trying to figure out who I am in the process, you know, whether I am autistic, whether, you know, what my kind of purpose in life is now, what I bring to the table, and trying to figure out how that works, and trying to make peace with the fact that I will never see her again, and make peace with the fact that she is treating me like she's using me, that I didn't mean anything to her. Like, trying to make peace with all of that has been so difficult. You know, she tells me that I'm special to her and that I matter to her, but her actions tell me otherwise. I guess my emotions surrounding that are so, like, potent that I can't, I guess, accept two truths, where she might care about me and that she may love me, but I don't matter to her anymore. I don't know, maybe that's it. But I don't understand that thought process. I don't understand the inconsistencies with that. And I don't understand, like, why she wouldn't talk to me about these things when they came up, you know? It's very confusing, and it's very hurtful. I just have so many thoughts around that, and it's very overwhelming, and it's defeating. And I guess I'm finding it hard to cope with everything because I don't understand, and I have so many questions that I feel the need to answer, because again, it's like a core need to understand. It's almost like it's something that I can't live without. And I don't really know how else to kind of describe that feeling. And I just don't know what to do with all these emotions, because these emotions are so strong, just so there, so prominent. And I hate all these conflicting feelings, and I hate not understanding my ex, and I hate not like knowing why she has already moved on in that way. Like, that feels unfair to me. Like, I fought so hard to get what I needed, and I fought so hard to care for her, and in the process, you know, I was giving up what I needed, what I wanted, and so was she. And while it sucks that we both did that, it also means a lot that we did. So I don't know, it's just a constant just brain fuck. Constant emotions, constant overwhelming thoughts. And it just doesn't stop. No matter how hard I try, no matter how much I fight, I don't know, it puts so much pressure on me mentally. And it just seems to just never really stop. And I just don't really know what to do with all of these thoughts, all of these feelings, you know. And it annoys me that it doesn't get out of my head. I feel so angry that she is moving on in the way that she is. I feel so angry with that. I don't know, it somewhat feels like a betrayal, and it feels like I'm just not valuable. And it's like I would never, ever, ever do that to her. And I even asked her, I said, would you have been mad if I moved on so quickly? And she couldn't even give me an answer for that. I'm like, well, how do you not, like, know these things? Like, how do you not think about these things? And question, if my ex had moved on as quickly as I did, like how does that not, like, how does that question not come up during the grieving process? How does that question not come up when you're thinking about what happened and why, and whether we could be friends and all this sort of stuff? Like, I don't understand how that question doesn't come up at all. And I think something that's really hurtful is that she probably wouldn't have told me if I didn't just happen to know. I just fundamentally disagree with moving on that quickly. I feel so betrayed. Like, that frustrates me, that angers me. Because someone I cared for, someone that mattered to me, moved on with her life. I understand moving on with life in general, but moving on, like, romantically, sexually, like, all those things that meant so much to me, and her knowing this, like, moving on that quickly, like that, it's such a dog move. Such a shit move. Like, I question if she would have told me Like, I honestly don't know if she would have told me. I don't know, I just can't get that feeling, that thought out of my head right now. Because it's like, that bond that we had, like, she was my first real girlfriend. The first girlfriend that I had sex with. My first real kiss. Like, I'd kissed my previous ex before, but it wasn't like a real passionate kiss. But with her, everything was passionate, everything was real. I gave her access to my body because I trusted her, because it felt right, because she made me feel comfortable and safe. And I guess the idea that now, because she was, well, I was her first as well. And I was her first kiss, her first boyfriend, her first sexual partner. Like, all of it. And I don't know, maybe that doesn't mean anything to her. It certainly doesn't feel like it means something. Like, it feels like it was just a means to an end, you know? That's the emotions that I feel, that's the thoughts that I have. It feels like a complete and utter betrayal of my thought, of my trust. I just don't know what to do. I don't know how to make peace with that information. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, are you actually kidding me? Like, you can't seriously think I wouldn't be mad, wouldn't be frustrated, wouldn't be hurt by how quickly she's moved on. That is so hurtful. I don't understand that thought process at all. I don't get it. I genuinely don't. I feel like I deserve better than that. I don't know. I feel like it's so disrespectful. And it's so heartless to kind of go about it like that. And maybe that's what she needs. Maybe she needs to be heartless so that she can move on with her life and live with how things ended between us. Maybe that's what she needs. I don't know. But I don't understand why. I don't understand it. And it's so hurtful. And it makes me want to just fucking die. It just makes me want to crawl into a ball and just stop existing. And I just can't make peace with it. I can't do it. It bothers me to my core. Like, actually bothers me to my core. Just the utter disrespect. Like, what the actual fuck? Like, actually, what the fuck? It's been such a painful experience for me. I don't know, my thoughts are very muddy, very confusing at the moment. I don't know what to do with all these emotions, all these feelings. I just I don't know, I just want it to end. I just want the emotions to stop. I don't know, my emotions are very strong, and I don't know what to do with everything, because the way that she has moved on so quickly has been so painful, so hurtful, and it makes me feel like I am unimportant, and that I never meant anything more to her than just a toy, you know? Yet I value her. Yet I care for her, and I love her. Why do I have so many conflicting emotions and thoughts and feelings? Why can't I you know, just rationalize, you know, how she's treated me and my thoughts and my feelings around that, and how I feel lied to, how I feel manipulated, how I feel unimportant. Like, why do I have to care so much? And why do my emotions have to be so strong? And why, just why? I don't get, I don't understand. I don't know. I think I'm gonna call it here. I have to get ready for work, and yeah. I don't know, I have a lot of thoughts, a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions, and it's just so painful. So I don't know what to do with all this, but yeah. I guess I will update later. Bye.